So I'm getting back and activating Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force. I overlay Rank 9 Dyson Sphere. With this monster, I rebuild the overlay network. Go, Chaos Xyz Evolution! Rise, Chaos number 9, Chaos Dyson Sphere!
Hello everyone, my name is Serafi. I'm happy to meet you all. And today we got some new leaks for Duel Links. Obviously these are incomplete, but here are my initial thoughts after most of them have been translated. We'll talk about it and we'll see what we are getting here. To start with, I know that you guys probably noticed that a couple days ago, or maybe it was just yesterday, the Chaos number 9 Chaos Dyson Sphere got added to the card trader. The expectation was that we would be getting Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force in order to summon that, and that is indeed the case. So we have confirmation here with this new skill for Trey, Quattro, and Quentin. A skill has not been translated as far as the name, but the effect is can be used before your normal draw. Set one Xyz monster that has number 6, number 9, number 15, or number 40 in its original name, except number C monsters from your extra deck or your graveyard to your field. Its battle position can be changed. Then add a Chaos number monster with that same number from outside your deck to your extra deck. Apparently, also not part of what's been translated here, is that one of the cards from your draw this turn will be Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force. So let's talk about that. So first of all, for those of you that don't know what Argent Chaos Force does, it is target one rank 5 or higher Xyz monster you control, special summon from your extra deck one Chaos number or Chaos Xyz monster that is one rank higher than that monster you control by using it as Xyz material. This special summon is treated as an Xyz summon. Xyz materials attached to it also become Xyz materials on the summon monster. When a rank 5 or higher monster is special summoned to your side of the field while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect once per duel. So Argent Chaos Force is not once per turn. It's a fantastic card. It allows it to return to your hand after you have, after you've used it, so you can use it again, which is really, really cool. And so let's talk about the different ways this card can be used. So Trey, Quentin, and Quattro all have different monsters that are impacted by this. So first of all, let's talk about Quentin. Quentin has number 9 Dyson Sphere, and Chaos number 9 Dyson Sphere has already been added to the game, so you can use the spell to rank it up. What does Chaos number 9 do? Chaos number 9 Chaos Dyson Sphere is a rank 10 light machine monster. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can attach that monster to this card as material. So it just completely swallows any monster whole, like a giant gravity field, which is really cool. Once per turn, you can inflict 150 damage for each material attached to this card. If this card has number 9 Dyson Sphere as material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, you can attach any number of materials from this card, inflict 400 damage to your opponent for each one. Pretty interesting effect. You might think, okay, so you can deal a little bit of burn damage, maybe you can swallow one of your opponent's monsters. That's kind of similar to what generators can already do with the Leviathan, so it seems like it might be in flavor. Actually, none of that really matters. Card's okay, not gonna lie, it's decent. What makes Chaos number 9 an interesting card is that it is a rank 10 machine monster. And because it is a rank 10 machine monster, you can rank it up into Juggernaut Liebe. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Liebe. Once per turn, you can also Xyz summon this card by using one rank 10 machine monster you control as material. And once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. It gains 2,000 attack and defense. Also, for the rest of the turn, you can only declare one attack with this card. So, Juggernaut Libe is a fantastic new win condition for generators. It's the same skill that you had before. You add Argent Chaos Force to the deck. You add your Libe and your Chaos Dyson Sphere to the extra deck, and you just draw your dice. You draw your Argent Chaos Force when you can. Use the skill to play the Dyson Sphere for free. Immediately rank it up. Immediately summon the Juggernaut Libe. You've essentially summoned a 6k beater that can run over everything your opponent has without even using your normal summon. Now your opponent absolutely has to respond to that. But the best part is, you can do this late. So you can do this like after you've already done everything else. So you start all your generator stuff up. You remove your opponent's removal. You remove their interaction. Then the Dyson Sphere becomes your win condition as long as you have the Argent Chaos Force. Dyson Sphere, Argent Chaos Force, Libe, crash, crash, game. Easy. So this is really good. Dyson Sphere itself, it's okay. Libe, awesome. Okay. Next up, we have Atlantis. So you have number 9. You also have number 6. So Chronomaly Atlantis, obviously being set to your side of the field. It doesn't really do much because it doesn't have the ability to target a number monster in your graveyard except when it's Xyz summoned. So the Chaos version, Chaos number 6, Chronomaly Chaos Atlantis. If you activate any of this card's effects, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to this card as an equipped spell whose effect makes this monster gain 1,000 attack points. If this card has number 6 Chronomaly Atlantis as Xyz material, it gains this effect. You can attach 3 materials from this card, send all number monsters equipped by this card's effect to the graveyard, and make your opponent's life points 100. Now, obviously, ranking up a Atlantis that has no materials means you can't use this effect. So basically, Chronomaly Chaos Atlantis has an effect where you can suck up one of your opponent's monsters, but you do have to target it, and if you do, you have a 4,300 attack beater that could go for lethal. It's not the most amazing effect in the world, but it is a guaranteed lethal that also comes with removal, which would allow you to force your opponent's interaction. We're seeing a lot more of that, where the skill when you go second is basically just guarantee lethal unless your opponent responds to it. Then your opponent just always has to have an answer, and then you just play the rest of your turn out, which is fairly decent. So I don't really have any problems with this. It's a little bit weird that they would want us to make Chaos number 6 with no materials, but they probably don't really want us to put people's life points to 100 too often, so I can understand this. All right, now, that's the boring stuff. Chaos number 9 is basically only going to be used in generators. Chaos number 6, while it's a cool card, Chronomaly is not really a deck that sees any play, and this skill does not give you any other Chronomaly benefits, so it will probably be not played over the Chronomaly skill. But we have the Gimmick puppets now. So you can set number 15 or number 40. Okay, so what does number 15 look like? So, Chaos number 15, Gimmick Puppet Giant Hunter. Once per turn, you can attach one material from this card, target one monster your opponent controls, target one card your opponent controls. Destroy it. If you do, and it was a monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half its original attack points. So, it has 2,500 attack points. If your opponent has one monster with 3,000 attack points, they take 1,500, you attack them directly, that's 4,000, that's game. Same thing as before, it's not as good as doing it with Chaos number 6, because with Chaos number 15, you actually have to destroy a monster, as opposed to just targeting. You have to target and destroy it, whereas with, you only get lethal if your opponent's monster had at least 1,500 attack points, whereas with Chaos number 6, you have more stats, first of all, and second of all, you don't have to destroy the monster, you just have to target it. So, probably not going to use this one, to be honest. Then you have Chaos number 40, which is a little bit weird. So Chaos number 40 has, when this card is special summoned, destroy the monsters with string counters. If you do, draw one card, then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack among those destroyed monsters in your graveyard, your choice. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Place 1 strength counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls. Okay, so this card's really good. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good card. But its effect is a combo. You need to use number 40 to make Chaos number 40 good. So playing number 40 face down on your field and then immediately ranking it up is not good. That's a bad thing. So I don't really know what to make of this. You would never really want to make Chaos number 40, without using number 40's effect, because you can't destroy monsters that have string counters if no monsters have string counters. But the skill kind of makes it sound like we don't get these monsters, because it adds them from outside your deck to your extra deck. So I'm kind of worried that Chaos number 9 is the only monster we're actually going to acquire for right now. We're just going to get Argent Chaos Force, and then, you're going to have number 15, number 40, and number 6 that you can rank up, theoretically. Also, number 88 is not included in this, which is another problem, but I can kind of understand that. So, that's not great. It raises the question, because, okay, here's what you could theoretically do, right? You could theoretically play a number 40, flip it face up, draw your Argent Chaos Force. Then you could summon another number 40, use its effect, rank up the first number 40 into Chaos number 40, and then use its ability. Okay, that's a board wipe, but it requires that you give up your skill, because you're doing this. It requires that you make a rank 8 and resolve the rank 8's ignition effect. So you have to summon 2 monsters that are level 8s with no skill to help you. And then you have to Xyz them, and then you have to activate that effect and have it resolve and not be negated. Which means it can't be set face down, it can't be dropleted, it can't be impermed, it can't be effect veilered, it can't be crimson, what's it called? Crystal Winged, it can't be, Void Ogred on the Argent Chaos Force. You're just not allowed to have any interruption from your opponent in order for this effect to actually resolve. So Chaos number 40 seems like a pipe dream, to be honest. The fact that it has to be the same number is really, really frustrating, because that means you have to play 2 copies of number 40, and the first number 40 that you play is a dead card. It doesn't do anything. So, yeah, I don't know. Number 6 seems fine. Number 15 is okay. Number 9, you could just, if you just want to play trains, number 9 seems like this could be fun. You could literally just forget the whole rest of the skill and just be like, cool, I'm just going to play trains. Dyson Sphere, Chaos Dyson Sphere, Leeb, trains, kill people. And you just play this on Quentin instead of on Anna. And you give up the fact that you have a ton of voice lines in order to crash into people with trains. That seems fine. Quentin seems perfectly fine, whether you play the generator skill or this skill. Quentin seems like he's going to be completely okay. That's because you actually don't really need to even play the skill, because you have Chaos number 9 as a card. I really don't think Chronomalies are going to want to play this skill. They give up way too much from their other skill to get this effect, and this effect is not all that amazing. The problem is that, of course, if we don't get Chaos number 6, well, then this is the only way you can play it, right? So that becomes a bit of an issue. And then as far as Chaos number 15, to be honest, Chaos number 15 isn't even better than number 15, is the problem. Because number 15 can use its effect twice. This is the thing that is so important, and I'm sure you guys are noticing it with all of these monsters. Chaos 9 cares about the number of materials it has. Chaos number 6 requires that you detach 3 materials. Chaos number 15 allows you to essentially chain your 2 destructions into a 3rd destruction. Chaos number 40 takes your string counters and speeds them up by 1 turn. So literally all of these monsters are designed to be ranked up from an Xyz summon. So playing them for free and then ranking them up seems really bad. Unless you are just gonna play trains. To be honest, I might. To be honest, you're kind of tempted me with a free Libe. With the free Libe, that might be enough to pull me back in. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like playing trains on someone other than Anna, but man, is that tempting. Okay. The rest of the skill: reveal 1 level 4, 1 level 5, 1 level 6, 1 level 7, or 1 level 8 monster or a spell card from your hand. Then you either place that card on the bottom of your deck or send it to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. Sure, you can pitch your Drury Doll. You could pitch, your Nebula Disc if you were playing Chronomaly. There's no level 9s for some reason, but I guess Quentin doesn't really even play level 9s technically. I think he has 1, but for the most part he plays like level 4s and level 5s that change their level to 9. So I can kind of understand this. I mean, it's Pot of Greed, so who cares, right? But there you go. I think this skill is bad. And it's good that we're getting Argent Chaos Force, but we'll have to wait for the actual Gimmick Puppet cards before it becomes playable. That's what I think. Spent way too long on that. Let's talk about the next skill. The Galaxy skill. So now Kite is getting a skill since Mazar got a skill. You can only use this skill's 2nd and 3rd effects once per duel. You cannot normal or special summon monsters except rank 4s, Galaxy monsters, Number monsters, and or Photon monsters. During this duel, you can treat Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon and Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as level 4 monsters when you Xyz summon. Oh boy. So, Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon has been confirmed. Now that is a big deal. Then we also have shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck, play 1 Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon or 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand to your field. Then add 1 Galaxy monster or 1 Photon monster from your deck to your hand. If you played Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, you can instead add up to 2 Galaxy or Photon monsters. And if only your opponent controls a monster, you can play 1 number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord from outside your deck to your field. Cool. So, let's talk about this. First up, for those of you that don't remember what number 90 is, here it is. Number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This is a rank 8 Light Warrior monster. If this card has a Photon card as material, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. When your opponent's monster activates an effect, you can detach 1 material from this card to negate that monster's effect. Then if the detached material was a Galaxy card, destroy that card. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can take 1 Photon or Galaxy card from your deck and either add it to your hand or attach it to this card as material. So, just like before, when you use the skill to play an Xyz monster from your extra deck, it has no materials, which makes that bad. So, what do you do with this? You can't actually negate a monster effect, so you have a couple of options. If you would like to use Photon Lord's effect to try and stop your opponent from interrupting you, you can activate the effect of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. If you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, like Photon Lord, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is detached from an Xyz monster to activate that monster's effect, you can take 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or your deck, either special summon it or attach it to an Xyz monster you control as material. Then if you activate this effect during the battle phase, double the attack points of all number of Xyz monsters you control. It's a cool idea. So you can potentially, if you are not interrupted at all, use Afterglow Dragon's effect during the battle phase in order to double the attack points of Photon Lord to 5,000. And also attach Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to Photon Lord so it gets its monster negate that also destroys a card and makes it immune to card destruction. Seems pretty good, but that would require you to summon Afterglow Dragon, which is an effect, so you have to not have that negated. You have to summon another monster, then you have to Xyz summon, and then you have to use that Xyz monster's effect to detach materials, and then Afterglow's effect has to not be negated. All of that in order to get Photon Lord a material so that it can negate a monster effect. By the time that has happened, reasonably, your opponent has already used all their effects to stop you, so I don't know that that will be all that useful. The other thing that you can do is, since Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord is a rank 8 monster, you can rank it up into Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, which allows you to Xyz summon this card by using a Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster you control as material, except Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. And once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, target one face-up card your opponent controls, and destroy it. Then you rank this up into your Cipher Blade Dragon, which allows you to, once per turn, detach one material from this card, target one card on the field, and destroy it. So, essentially, the skill allows you to pop 2 cards on your opponent's field, unless your opponent removes your Xyz monster from the field, which is fair. That's basically the same thing as the Shino Bird skill, where you flip up your 3300 attack beater, and if your opponent is not immediately interrupted, you get Change of Heart, and then you can just take your opponent's monster and kill them. So, in the same way, this skill is, I am going to pop 2 of your cards back to back unless you stop me, and then I will also have 3200 attack points. So you basically just have to remove the Photon Lord, which costs you resources as the player going first. Fine. Seems okay. Alright. Since you are able to add 2 cards from your deck to your hand if you play Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand with the skill, I imagine that we will probably be playing Melody of the Awakening Dragon. Melody of the Awakening Dragon lets you discard a card to draw both Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. That costs you 2 cards. Then you shuffle a card from your hand back into the deck, and then you get to play your Photon Dragon for free, draw 2 cards. So you've essentially paid for the cost of the shuffle back and the discard. So you only lost 1 card from the... I mean, you didn't even really lose 1 card from the... How many cards do you end up having, right? Let's say you start with 4 cards. Well, no, you start with 5 cards. Well, no, yeah. Okay, you're going first. Start with 4 cards, Melody and a card. That takes you down to 2. Draw 2 more, so now you're at 4. Pitch 1, so now you're at 3. Play 1, now you're at 2. Draw 2, now you're at 4 again. Yeah, so it's hand neutral. And you got to search twice and set up your graveyard. So it seems perfectly fine to me. Anyway, then once you've played the Photon Dragon, then you can immediately special summon the Afterglow Dragon, which allows you to then, you can use these 2 monsters as material to make a rank 8. You can use it to make a rank 4. So you could make, I don't know, Sanafon the Sky Prison as an option. You could make, Exciton Knight. You could make Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. You can make Dragluxion. You can make Dragluxion and then go into the Tachyon Dragon and grab your Transmigration. Oh, no, actually. The skill does not let you make Dragluxion. Dragluxion is not a Galaxy monster, is it? Divine Golden Shadow Dragon Dragluxion. Ooh, the skill does prevent you from making Dragluxion. Interesting. Okay. So if that's the case, then... Obviously, when you're going second, you'll make number 62. I assume that number 62 is coming because Afterglow Dragon has basically only ever been played to make number 62 work. But when you're going first, I don't know, maybe just pass on Exciton Knight. I don't know. Speaking of number 62, this is the card that Kite used to beat Mazar. Number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. If this card battles during damage calculation, you can detach 1 material from this card once per battle. This card gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters currently on the field times 200 during that damage calculation only. So it's rank 8, so it has 5,600 attack points when it battles, unless your opponent also controls an Xyz monster or if you have another one. If this card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect while it has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as Xyz material, you can special summon this card during your second standby phase after activation and double its attack points. That's weird, that's never going to happen. Any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is halved unless it has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as Xyz material. So you can understand why you need Afterglow Dragon. Afterglow Dragon puts the material onto the Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. And its effect, since Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon's effect triggers during the battle phase, it doubles its attack points and it is a number monster. So if you use Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon as material to make Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, and then you attack one of your opponent's monsters, you detach the material, you attach the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to make sure that Prime Photon Dragon does not deal half damage, and then you also double its attack points, so it goes from 5,600 to 11,200 damage. 11,200 damage to basically just obliterate your opponent. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be pretty good. We don't have confirmation that Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon is coming yet, but for them to add Afterglow and not add this card would be such a slap in the face that, like, I can't understand. Like, this is what was played in the Mazar versus Kite matchup. This is the time to add this card. Afterglow is basically a confirmation of it. I am fully expecting this card to come, maybe as a limit 1, but it should come. Oh, you can make Titanic. You can make number 38 Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy, because it's a number monster. So that's an option for when you go first. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I mean, this skill seems fine. Because what do you do with this, right? So, like, you play your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, you play your Afterglow Dragon, maybe you discarded like a Galaxy Brave or something, maybe you discarded a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, whatever. You use the skill to draw Galaxy Brave and Galaxy Knight, and then you use the 2 of them to make another rank 8, so you have 2 rank 8s, and it's like Hope Harbinger and Santaphon, and then you just Santaphon pass, and then your opponent has to deal with the fact that you have a spell negate, and their graveyard's locked down, and maybe they can't kill you, and then you just go Galaxy Eyes, kill them. Seems fine. And Photon Lord has 5,000 attack points, because your your Prime Photon Dragon gained double attack points. So, yeah, seems perfectly reasonable in my opinion. Alright, and then the last skill is the new Nash rerun skill. Send a number Xyz monster from your X deck to the graveyard. My true form, Barian Battlemorph. Set 1 number 101 Silent Armor Mark from your X deck. Then set 1 Barian Untopia to your field from outside your deck, and add 1 Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos to your hand from outside your deck. If your opponent doesn't control a monster, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. This is cool. Nash used Quick Chaos on 73, so it's weird that it's number 101 that's getting targeted, but fair enough. Barian Untopia is a card that I really felt like was not going to see any play without the skill, so without like a skill that played it, so it's cool that we are getting a skill to play it. Number of monsters you control with numbers between 101 and 107 cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects. Once per turn, if you special summon an Xyz monster with a Rank Up Magic Spells effect, you can target that Xyz monster and 1 monster your opponent controls, attach that opponent's monster to that Xyz monster as material. So basically, during your opponent's turn, you activate Quick Chaos, you target your number 101, you make Chaos number 101, and you suck up one of your opponent's monsters, so it's basically like a free Xyz import, and you could also play Xyz import as well, which you probably would with this skill. And then your monster can't be targeted, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. And, I mean, if they manage to destroy it in battle, you revive it, and you gain 2,800 life points, so who cares? Seems fairly good, to be honest. This seems okay. As far as the skill goes, it's certainly not the shark skill, by any stretch of the imagination. But if you don't want to play sharks, then this is perfectly fine for playing number 101 as, like, a deck. So yeah, there you go. Those are my thoughts. We don't know anything of the cards yet, so yeah. Thank you all so much for coming out. My name is Strafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.